And, and all right. Victoria Dell. So I see somebody liking the live. Thank you for liking the live. I don't know if you guys can hear me. So let's get this moving. A few of those over there. I'm gonna add a little bit. I'm gonna make this a little bit of a light blue, grayish color. I'm gonna mix my cool gray with a pastel blue. Pastel blue on it first. So I'm doing this to demonstrate and show you guys that this book is very easy to color. For people who've been coloring for a long time, you could just whiz through it. You could just whiz through it, and this is my brand new lit Christmas coloring book. I'm gonna add, one second, I need a cool gray. There it is. So it is my brand new book. When you get it from Amazon, you're not gonna have this on it. This is just a proof copy. So it looks like this on top. And it's got a few things in here. So this is the intro, color test page, and you have Father Christmas there. This number one drawing that you're gonna go straight to. It's got a gingerbread man. It's got a Christmas tree. So I'm not skipping any pictures in this one. I'm just coloring from the first picture going all the way. So you can see that one is finished, and this is the one we're working on today. So they're all easy stamp kind of sticker quality pictures that are in it. And I'm just demonstrating to show you guys that you could whiz through them, no stress whatsoever when you're coloring these ones. So let's continue. What I want to do is I want to go dark in here inside the I want to go dark inside the fireplace. It looks like these are on fire, like they're lighting on fire. I'm not gonna worry about that too much, but I'm gonna go for a dark color in here so it can have this little bit of light stand out. And then after that, we'll tackle these and we'll pretty much be done. So all the pages in here are easy coloring. And we're gonna go through them one by one. That was the first one. You go to gingerbread man, Christmas tree, and now the Christmas fireplace with 3 stockings. So let me tackle these ones, this inside here. Let me go for a really dark color. And these I'm using Ohuhu. Let me see what dark color would work good for that. Maybe I should go deep old red in there. And I'll mix in a gray with it. I want it to be dark, almost black. I'm gonna sprinkle in this old red first. It's a really dark color. So making it darker will add a depth to it for it to feel like it's all the way inside. Like so. And then this will go on top of it. like that. So that's the goal. That's what I'm going for right there. Let me see. I'm gonna do the same over here, and then I'll merge it over. So these are bold lines, and the coloring of them should be easy, really. But one thing I have to remind you is that if you grab this book from Amazon, you need to place a piece of paper underneath your page so you don't mess it up, because the paper is very flimsy. That's why you see when I'm coloring, I'm barely touching the page, and the alcohol is soaking in really, really quick. But if you have good quality markers, you'll still do great work with it. And I'm gonna go back on top of that with this. I just want it to be dark so it can have a sense of depth there. And these markers go on dark, but um they kind of dry lighter. So I'm gonna go in here with a little bit of blue as well. And this is how I actually work. Even in all my work, I just intuitively color. Um I really don't have a formula to it. I'm a messy colorer or colorist or whatever you want to call it. I'm one of those messy ones you're gonna find. That's why if you find me painting, I'm gonna be bathing in that paint. It's gonna be all over me. So that is the effect we're gonna go for there. And if you're on TikTok or if you're on YouTube, you can ask me any question. We're live in two places at this time. We're live on my official YouTube channel and we're live on TikTok. And you could ask me any question, anything you want to know about the book, about the coloring, about my process, about anything. Even me personally, I don't care. I'm an open book. I could tell you anything about me. So that will add a little bit of rain to it. I need my red. These are chisel and fine tip, and people don't really usually like these. They prefer these that are fine tip and brush, but these are broad, which is chisel and fine tip. And really, for me, I really don't care. I use anything that I get my hands on. So chisel or fine print, I'll still use all of it. And it also depends on the project though. So we're gonna go up here. And up here, I usually don't use a lot of colors. As you can see, I stay in a range of 3 to 4 colors. So what's gonna happen up here, I'm just gonna go for still the yellows, the reds, the blues, and the greens. Let me start with the red. There's your chisel. But for one thing, to make it uniform, like all these gifts were wrapped up by the same family, and make sure that the wrapping paper is all the same color. Let me actually do the wrapping paper first. And I think it's the one that I should do. Is my cute yellow. This is sunflower. It's my most favorite yellow in all the Ohuhu markers. So this is the one that I'm gonna go with here. The ribbon is going to be all the same color, just for a cohesiveness. And I usually don't use a lot of colors. Usually, you see, 1 second, if I can show you, I go for only like 1 or 2 colors, and then add in a little bit of a shade, and that's it. I really don't use a lot of colors often in my work. So this, I'm gonna make all the ribbon yellow, this sunflower color. And this right here. The whole ribbons are gonna be all the same yellow color. You get this project by now, it should be able to get to you before Christmas. And the entire book is a Christmas themed book. There we go. So that way I won't be worried about messing this up. If I have all of them, all the ribbon colored in. That's it. So now I can go for the packaging now. And I'm gonna make the top part of the covers a little bit off, one color off. So I'm still gonna go for the blues. I have a pastel and a lavender mist. That's gonna be one package. Let me do that for this. So with this, after this, we're gonna go for Rudolph. It's right there. uh, Lavender mist on top here, just to give it a little bit of a shade. And of course, I'll go back on with white to give them a little bit of a highlight. I love the gel pens, these bad boys here. Jelly roll. So we said we're sticking with red, blue, and green. Now I need a green. For the green, I'm gonna use green grass and May green. Green grass. Chisel side. Look at that pool. That is really gorgeous. Like Ohuhu markers are class above others. Look at that pool. That's brilliant. And we're gonna go for the May green on top. Right here. This is not so off, so that's exactly what I want. I wanted like a shade off from the bottom here. That actually works. So those are the only 3 colors that we're going to use up there: the blue, the green, and the red. Blue, red, green. And then the yellow is going to go just for that. So let me use blue for this next one. you go. The pastel is going to go on top. So these I alternated it, which is actually beautiful. And this is going to go on top. And I'm going to go for the green one next. So green, no, let's do green. I should have done red here, but it's all good. I can even make both of these green. So have one color dominant, 3 green, 2 blue, and 1 red. That actually makes sense in my head. Let's do this one. We missed one yellow spot. Where's sunflower? We missed this spot. This spot is supposed to be yellow. And this is going to be a little bit darker. Green grass. So this is a really easy project. So it could be for anybody can do this. It could be for kids, and of course, I am not a kid, so which means even grown-ups can do it. Let me go for this part here. That is the power of chisel. That is the power of chisel when it comes to big, broad areas. It will give you a consistent film through it, which is always a good thing. So this up top here. All right, so that actually looks good, and the proportions are not bad because it's 1 red, 2 blues, 3 greens. That's good. It makes sense in my head. I don't know why I feel like it makes sense, but it just makes sense. So let me go for these, and those are going to be all the same color. Red and greens. 2 shades of reds, 2 shades of green. And I will go on top of it. I have friends on YouTube saying, "Hi, how you doing, Kitchen Magic Makers?" Hi, I'm doing pretty good. How are you today? That's a friend of mine in real life. He's watching straight from YouTube. Thank you. And if you're on TikTok and you don't know, I have a YouTube channel. I actually have it linked in my bio. You could check it out as well. It will be a big help. So I'm live in 2 places right now as we speak. All of you guys are getting the same feed, so it doesn't matter where you are, you could get me pretty good. And these ones we're gonna go with 2 shades of green, as green grass is gonna be dark, and then we're gonna go in with a lighter green. So let me actually start with the lighter green, putting it on one side this way. And then I'm going to go in with a darker green. Just to give it a little bit of dimension. It's not very flat with only one color. Because when you go back on it with a little bit of white for highlights, then it will make even more sense. But yeah, these are easy to go through, just for relaxing, bold, easy, no stress coloring. Now, on the other hand, I have a project that we've been working on that is a little bit tight. It's not this type of coloring. I can show you a few of the pictures if you want to see exactly what they look like. But that will come in, so you could go ahead and comment if you want to see those. Then I'll show you guys a flip through of that one. That's a different project. But it's harder than this one. It's not as easy and straightforward, bold as this one is. So let me know if you want to see it. I think I have about 8 images colored in on that one. So I could show you those ones. That's a whole different project. Let's go for this one now. So only 2 shades of green. This is the fine tip side. It has 2 sides. It has the fine tip and the chisel side. The chisel side looks like that for broader spaces. Yeah, so that looks pretty good and filled in. Now I'm just gonna put the highlights on it. And for the highlights, I'm gonna use this Jelly Roll. This is my very favorite pen. I think I've overused it because you could see the ink is running down all the way. So now for the highlights, I'm going to respect where the light is coming from, which our source of light is the fire here. So they're going to be coming from in, going out. And sometimes I go crazy with this, but I'll just have fun and stick with it a little bit. And of course, knowing there's no right or wrong way of doing this. You just have to, relax and have fun, which is the goal of coloring. There we go. I'm actually gonna add some in here as well. Add some of them in there as well. Let's see this side. Just respecting where the light is coming from a little bit, but still not too tight. Just having fun with it. And add a little bit of accents to it. Sometimes it looks really soupy and kind of glossy after you do um, the the white highlights. It's really exciting when you look at this and you see what just adding a little bit of white ink can do to your work. It's just amazing. So I'm gonna go. Oh, I started off on the wrong side. I should have started on the opposite side, just so I can make it easy. Because this white gel pen, if you touch it when it's still wet, it will smudge. And I tend to overdo it. I just can't stop myself. I tend to overdo it sometimes with this. So I'm not gonna go too far with it. It's, I just can't help myself sometimes with this white gel. Hello, Healing Music. I'm watching from South Africa. Hi, how are you, buddy? Healing Music is watching from South Africa. He's watching on YouTube. People on TikTok, you could do the same too. You could go ahead and let me know where you're watching from. Ask me any questions. Meanwhile, I'll let you know that this book, if you want to get it, it's available on Amazon, and I have the link. If you're on YouTube, the link is in the chat. It's pinned in the chat. If you are on TikTok, the link is going to be in my bio, and it will take you straight to where you can get this book. It has 40 images in it, and if you give me a chance, I will show you a little bit of a flip through here of what the book looks like. Oh, hi, Grisel. Okay. Now, Grisel is in here from TikTok. She's going to make me so nervous. Grisel, you're going to make me so nervous. Um, she's one of the best. Like, when I say this, if you guys don't know, she's one of the best in the coloring community on TikTok. Has the best tutorials around. And how I so as a person with a little bit of an art background, I think Grisel's work is not just coloring, but I need you to look. Thank you so much, Grisel. You're the best. Oh, she just gave me a big gift too. Thank you, Grisel. You're the best. Yeah, thank you for your love and support. Yeah, she's good. She's really good with her work. I envy her work a lot. It's really good. This is a beautiful page. Yeah, thank you, Grisel. It's from my own book. It's this Lit Christmas, bold and bright coloring book. It's I just put it up and I try to make the images look a little bit easier and simple to color in. Comes with a test page. Comes with a test page, and I'm trying to make sure all of them are bold and should be easy to color in only 10 minutes. Probably should be able to finish a page. That was my goal for this one. I just wanted to make it easy and straightforward. Thank you, Grisel. You're the best. Like, really, I mean it. Thank you. All right, so I'm just adding in, guzzling in a little bit of those highlights, and I hope they make sense at one point. Oh, you're the best. I sure will, Grisel. I sure will. Thank you so much. The thing is, the work that I was creating was not so much geared towards the coloring community on TikTok, so it was a lot different. Um, and just joining the coloring community on TikTok showed me a lot of things that I did not know. And it gave highlights on how or what direction probably I should take creating work from then. Um, but yeah, there is a very big coloring community on TikTok that is just amazing. Like they'll kill you with the positive vibes. Like it's not even funny. And I turn to it every once in a while. Just go there. It's so much fun. You will learn a lot, and it will humble you. It will really humble you. Yeah, you're so right, Chriselle. You're right, 100%. You're right. And again, thank you so much. I take that. I really do take that. So yeah, this book is easy, bold, and coloring, and I've done 3 images so far, 4 images. It has a simple image on it. Some of them are a little bit complicated, but I try to make them straightforward, fun. Look at that one. That's the one I did yesterday. And when a battle, me and my daughter, we want to see who's gonna go through the book the fastest. So there is that too. This is the one I just finished right now. Oh, I don't know what that is. Black and white game. I don't know what that is. I have to check out to see what you're talking about. Where viewers pick the colors and they don't know what colors. Oh, oh, that's good. Huh. I'm definitely gonna check that out. I'm definitely gonna check that out, Grisel. Oh, oh my God. Sometimes it's overwhelming when I watch how people are doing it. Like it's a lot of skill what people do. Like they can stop and do anything and then go back to it like so fast. Like I don't know. This is Rudolph in the red nose, so we're gonna go for the red nose right away. Um, look what I have. I have a chisel and fine tip, and I know people don't like this, but it's what I have, and I actually have to say I'm liking it. I have no problem with it whatsoever. No, I don't have glitter pens yet, but I do have. Yeah, I think it would have been a perfect, especially for this project, to have some glitter in there. But I don't have glitter. I, on the other side, have. Let me show you. Kate made me get these acrylic pens. and they're really, really awesome. So I've used them in a few projects here and there, and they're really, really, really awesome. They're acrylic pens. Sure. So Rudolph, I don't know what color I should make his scarf, but I know I'm gonna make him brown. I'm gonna make him brown all over. But I don't know what color I'm gonna make his scarf. And this one is just simple. I just want to be able to go through it very, very fast. Two tubes of green or two tones of blue. Yeah, I think I should do a green. I'm gonna do a green. Thank you, Crystal. Wait, let me show you something. Let me show you the other project that I was working on. Hang on a second. Look at this. Let me put this aside for a bit so I can show you. Look at this. This was supposed to be a simple book that I went to go print on cardstock at Staples. In the formatting, when you're uploading books on KDP on Amazon, you put one page and then you put another blank page. So it is printed on one side, right? So I went with the same format to Staples, and look how much cardstock they gave me. The printing came out so wonky, it was crazy. But yeah, so look what happens. So I decided to actually use the cardstock to draw on it. So I have a color test page as always. I have to put this in all my books. But watch what I did. So I color in one. This is the coloring page that comes with the book. And then on the next page where they gave me free cards, because it was supposed to be this side, but they gave me a free piece of cardstock. So I go ahead and do a drawing there. And then I color the next page. And then I knew you would love this. This is what I wanted to show you. Yeah. I knew you were obsessed with this. So what I do is I draw something, because this drawing, if I go through this entire project, it will help me. It will help me to gain the skill of using the alcohol markers, because believe it or not, this is the first time I used these alcohol markers. I just got the 40 set, and then I ended up getting these chisel ones because they were very, very inexpensive. And so what I do is I practice coloring with it, and then I do an original drawing. Remember this? No. And then color again, and then do a drawing. And I don't know when I'm gonna finish this project. I don't know when I'm gonna finish it. It's gonna take me forever, but I'm actually in love with it. So I draw, I draw one thing, and then I color in, and this is where we are as of today. So about 9 pages, 10 pages colored in. And here I skipped one page, so I did a coloring. I haven't drawn something yet. I was in an art block. I couldn't come up with something to draw, so I went straight into coloring the next page. And look at this. This effect is my blue, my sky blue was dying. So what I did is I just went straight ahead and peeled it. And it gave me this texture here that I ended up liking so much. I don't know how that ended up happening, but my sky blue marker was just dying. So that's how I got that. So that's it. Drawing, coloring, that's how it's going to go throughout this entire book. And I believe by the time I finish this 40 images in here, I'll have drawn another 40 drawings. So it will have helped me to learn how to use the alcohol markers. So that's what this is all about, this bulky. So I'm going to go back to this. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Unfortunately, I can't play any music. This would have been good to play Christmas music while I'm coloring this, but I can't play any music because I'm live on YouTube at the same time. And YouTube hates music, as we know it. So let's go ahead. Green here. Yeah. I'm going to do two shades of green. The chisel is a real stinker, but I'm learning so much about alcohol markers, and I'm ending up adding them to my arsenal. And if I learn how to use them very well, then it will be a success. And I'm practicing on both flimsy paper and the cardstock that I just showed you in the other project. Yeah, YouTube does not allow you to play any music. You can use the music from their library, but it's not very good. And now the ironic part is that music, if you just upload it in videos on TikTok, on lives, it may not affect me. I don't know. But on if I upload my videos on TikTok and they have YouTube music in it, TikTok flags them. So the music problem, I'll solve it at one point if I go live a couple of times and I understand how the entire thing works. But for now, just listen to my boring voice. Just listen to my boring voice. Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. I'll probably do that. So I want this to also be painterly kind of vibes to them. It adds a little bit of a dimension to it. Relaxing forest white noise. Yeah, that's actually a good idea. That's a brilliant idea. Yeah, that's a brilliant idea. I know we'll be on the live jamming, playing the music like crazy. It's just a good thing. But I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out, and I can give you guys a little bit of a more quality live stream. These alcohol markers are a game changer. I used to color with colored pencils. Well, I draw with colored pencils, but I used to color with colored pencils a lot until But when I got this, and it was still from joining the TikTok live community, is when I realized, whoa, where have this been all my life? Like, they're different. They're very different. So here I'm gonna go for browns, two shades of brown, and I have this BR3, but I'm gonna go for a dark brown as well. No, not YR1. I have a BR2. I almost lost the stream there for a little bit. It had something on that it was supposed to solve. I don't know these things. It's gonna take me a bit of time to figure it out. So that's gonna be my dark brown. And that's gonna be my light brown. Griselle, you still here? You're gonna go live later on? Are you gonna be on live stream later on? When are you gonna go live? Oh, cool. 6 p.m. Eastern. I should be able to be on. I had a schedule change and things have been going crazy for me, but yeah, now I'm starting to get back into my element. But I had a schedule change and oof, things went downhill from there. And of course, I had a little bit of a time off when I was working on this project. It went array, and coming up with all the 40 images to put in here is not easy. But now I think I'm back in my element. I think I'm back in at my element finally. I got to dry with it. True, that's so true. I take them step at a time, otherwise. And this is a fun thing for me. It's what helps me distress, so I don't want to make it a chore. So I take it easy. Mm, autocorrect is taking you along for a ride. Yeah, that happens to me all the time. And for me, when I use the swipe feature to type, it even is wonky. It's more crazy. But it's the same here. Of course, English is not my first language. I just learned English as a grown up too. Kind of crazy how it was the language was spit into us, growing up. course, me ending up here in America was even more crazy because you think you know a language and you speak a certain form of English, and when you get here, it's it's, it's a whole different world. It's people are speaking it very different. It took me a little bit of time to get used to it, but you know. All right, Grisel, have a great one, and I hope they feel better. You picking them up from school? Thank you for hanging out, Grisel. You're the best. Thank you. You lit up my chat. My chat was silent. I didn't have anything, any action going on in there. You lit it up. Thank you so much. All right, so here we go. That is starting to look even more beautiful. So these, I want them to come out like a sticker. I want them to feel sticker quality. As a matter of fact, I'm coloring them both digitally and traditionally like this. So what may end up is that I may actually end up creating stickers of these because I'm coloring them both digitally on Procreate, and I'm also coloring them in here. This may be hard to scan and create stickers with, but the ones that I'm coloring on Procreate will actually be able to do that. I want them to be bold, beautiful, and straightforward, sticker quality kind of work. There's Rudolph teeth sticking out. These things actually be having really big teeth. Where did we go? Me and my family went up to Santa's Village in New Hampshire, and they have these things live where you can actually feed them. You can feed them slices of carrots, and they have really big teeth. And it's in the middle of the winter, so it was cold, and the breath coming out of their mouth, you could almost see it. They have real reindeer. There we go. I'm gonna go on top of this and add on the lighter layer. And let me do the eyes before I do the hands. I don't know why I feel like I need to rescue the eyes somehow. Something is happening to them. And I'm gonna use 3 markers for that. Where's my light gray? It's right there. So for this, I'm gonna put just a smidget of blue. Just a smidget of pastel blue. And then I'll follow it up with the cool gray. I'll follow it up with a cool gray so it can spread out a little bit. And then a colorless blend on top of it. The colorless blend on top of it will give it that effect that I'm looking for. You see that little spot in there? I'm actually gonna make it totally black. I'm gonna make it totally black. So I'm gonna need my micron pen, and I'll go for this guy right here. Make it totally black. There we go. And this is gonna be the last one for today. We've been live for a bit there. We did so much work. We did so much work today. So I'm gonna go for these guys, and I think I want them to have the lightest brown, yellow brown that I have. So I'm gonna go for GY6. Yeah, that's a yellowish, and I'm gonna mix it with the lightest brown that I have. That one. Let me see if I film a colorless blend on top of it, or a gray. Yeah, that's what it's gonna look like. So let me start with this. So there's gonna be a bit of blending with this. And I'm gonna go on top of them with the brown. And I'm gonna go on top of this with the colorless blend. The problem is this paper cannot take too much of a beating, so you gotta put that into consideration. You cannot take too much of a beating. It's just regular paper like you would pull out of a printer. So I believe with that, if I go back on it with a white, it will look great the way I want. Yeah, I'm just correcting a little bit of that bleed that went through because the paper is not the best quality. There we go. So that's how I want those to look like. And I'm going to do this other side now. So this is the thing with traditional work. If this was digital coloring, you just color in only one and mirror it. And I do a lot of that using Procreate. The brown is going to sit on top of this. And you could literally see the alcohol soaking into the paper. It's ridiculously crazy good. And now the colorless blend is going to make it run even more. And there you have it. So now the job we have left is to go on with the white pen. Let's go on with the white pen and add a few things on it. And we'll call it quits. And hopefully I don't go crazy with the white pen like I always do. Look at that. So Let's go for this. Let me actually start from this side this time so I don't smudge it. This is a game changer too, this highlighting. It adds so much dimension to your work. I strongly suggest that if you, Colin, you don't do this, you should look into it. And that's it. Yeah, that looks good. Let me put a little on the eyes too. And Rudolph knows it's not, he knows if it's not shiny, so we're gonna do that as well. There we go. I'm gonna do this right there. That's it. One more over here. It's so easy to go crazy with this. Like, it's not even funny. There we go. So the one thing that I may add onto this is going to be the background around it. I want to give it this kind of look, or this kind of sticker look. So I'm going to go with the blue, because the blue works for me very well. It worked for me very well with the brown on this. So that's why I'm going for it here. Now the biggest problem I have with this, it keeps running on the side, but what I do is after I go over it, like I'm going to show you, I go over it with a white pen. That helps me to keep it in check. It keeps running off, but don't worry about it. As soon as it dries, I go over it with a dry pen and control it. There we go. And if you are using digital work, Procreate, you wouldn't know this would be so straightforward and easy to do. Hi, Nicole. I am fine. How are you? Thank you for joining. You found me working on this root of guy and almost finished with him. Thank you, Nicole. I'm trying to learn how to use alcohol markers. Like I've always colored, I've painted, but believe it or not, this is my first time using alcohol markers. And I believe by the end of these projects, I will have I will have learned a lot more how to use these. And that's my goal. There we go. So, because I'm working on two projects back to back, definitely a learning curve. It is. It is. Controlling this ink is not easy. And I'm practicing on both paper. I'm practicing on cardstock and I'm practicing on this flimsy paper. And hopefully by the end of, if I go through one set of markers, by the time they finish, I will have done more than 100 pieces. And that should be good practice for me so I can add that to my arsenal of materials that I think I can use. And I love problem solving. So as any animator will tell you, well, my background is graphics design, but I think I call myself more of an animator. But like any animator will tell you, it's the agony of it that makes it interesting. So I love problem solving. Like you see this, what's happening here. You can see how this is bleeding all over the place. That's why I'm going to go in with this to try to control it into the white. And hopefully it works. So I'm going to go try to put a line around that like so. Ro, hey Ro, what's up? Are you happy you had my voice for the first time, guys? Everybody, I've been camouflaging a lot. Call myself the camouflage, and nobody knows my voice. Thank you for the gift, Ro. Thank you so much. I like it. Nicole, don't start that. Nobody in the entire universe has ever said they like my voice. It just creeps them out. It just creeps people out. That's for a fact. Oh gosh. Um, you're making me very, very shy right now. You make me very, very shy. Yeah, it's fine. Um, but see, when I add a white line on this outline here, It helps it out a lot. It makes it, and it's exactly what I'm going for, like kind of sticker quality that feels like you can peel it off of the paper. Um, thank you. Thank you. I'll take your word for it. I'll just take your word for it. um, there we go. So hopefully I will learn to use this very well at the end of this project. So you think, what do you think my voice can be used for, Nicole? You think I can sing? So I should just drop all everything that I'm working on and, you know, pursue a Bruce Springsteen kind of vibes or something. I don't know. I think this is funny. So I'm almost done with this, and when we finish this, I'm going to show you guys a little bit. I'll flip through the book one more time in the section that I've colored in. I think I've colored in about 5 or 6 images for now. So I'll show you those, and I'll show you a few more on the side that I haven't colored yet. This is my Christmas project that I've been working on for the longest time ever. It's finally here. And thank you for the gifts, Raw. This is the first time getting on here, and you guys are showing me love. There is so there's a lot of warmth in this coloring community on TikTok. It's they will kill you with a kindness. Sometimes I don't even know how to react, but I just met people there that are very positive. It's just out of this world. And they will humble you because I'm learning so much. Yeah, that's very true, Nicole. Like people are so kind on this platform. Well, in the coloring community, they're so awesome. It's humbling to just think about it, and it has also been a teaching experience. Like this is why I learned about alcohol markers and you know picking them up. Roxy, oh my gosh, yes, it is. And you guys are making me feel so shy right now. It is my first live. Oh, thank you so much, Roxy. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, Roxy. Yeah, it was a bit nerve-wracking. I didn't know what to expect, but I colored through 2 images, and that's good. I colored through this, and now this Rudolph. So I colored through those two, and I'm gonna call it quits. Thank you, Roxy. This is the book. Of course, anybody who gets it, it will not have this. This is my copy. That's why it has that. It's a proof copy. And I ordered a few other copies that are not having this through it, but they haven't come in yet. But this is what it's going to look like. And there's Neo's copy. And I always put in this color test page. Yeah, it is. It is Roxy. Yeah, I made this is so when I joined the TikTok coloring community, I was already creating work, but it was not this type of work. It wasn't, my books don't look like this at all. And this is going to be the first ever book that I'm creating that is geared towards what the coloring community on TikTok is doing. So I created this and I've colored in this one. I've colored in 2 pages. This is page number 3. It's a Christmas tree. Today we did this, page number 4 and page number 5. And if I could show you a little bit of work that I was working on before this, it was not this type of work. I just found this in the coloring community where people are doing stuff like this. And I took the challenge on and decided to create something like this as well. So it's going to be simple, straightforward, and will help me to learn more how to use the alcohol markers. Brace yourself for the next image. It's a choir coloring. And I can't wait to color that in. I actually shared this in Discord. So this page, if you want to try it out, it's there in the Discord somewhere for free. And these. So all of them simple, straightforward, and I want to go through it as fast as possible. There's some of them that are a little bit detailed, like this. And then boom, right in your face. I think this is going to be, I need glitter for this one. I really do need glitter for this one. And then Christmas animals. I have a bunch of those in there. Look at the Christmas angels. So that's it. There's 40 images in here, 40 different images. But before I hop off, I'm going to show you guys a little bit of what I was working on that I had to pause to come up with this entire project. I'm going to show you a little bit of what my traditional work looks like. So you see this bulky thing here. This was a small book, like this is the book. This is what the book is supposed to look like if you get it off of the store. It's all titles, C titles. Now this is the work that I was doing before, right? So what happened is I took this book to be printed out in Staples on cardstock when I wanted to start practicing using alcohol markers. And look what they did. They gave me a bulky thing with a bunch of free cardstock inside it. It was because of the formatting. And instead of crying about it, I just went ahead and decided to learn to use the alcohol markers while I do drawings in it as well. So I'm going to flip through you to show you guys what it looks like. And this is what it is. So it will give you, or what I got. You see this? So this is what it looks like. And I go in and color in that. But on the next one, I have a free piece of cardstock. So on the cardstock, I go ahead and do a doodle. Still practicing drawing from scratch with these markers, and it's been a blessing. I think it's soon becoming my #1 favorite material to use. So I color in the next page. This is on cardstock. They give me 80 pages free cardstock. So I color in the next one, and then I draw the next one from scratch. So you see that. And then color in the next one. Thank you, Rory. Oh, Rory is here. Oh my gosh. I need a blanket to cover my head. I can't. Rory, this is my first live. And then I do this. So I'm practicing and practicing and practicing. Color, draw. Color. So you see how there's so much blue, because my go-to color is the pastel blue and the sky blue. I've already finished that one. I really have finished that one. I'm going to show you what happened on one of the last drawings. So draw, color. Thank you, Rory. Thank you for the gift. Ooh, thank you, Rory. That's awesome. Thank you so much. So this is the second last. Laura's here too. You guys are, oh my gosh. Thank you so much for the love. I appreciate it. Thank you, Rory. Laura, thank you too. So this is what happened. The pastel and sky blues are all, it's already out. So I started coloring this way and it went out. And I still went through with it. And it gave me some of the best textures that I've done so far. Look at that. Like, I ended up loving it so much. And this was all a mistake because the color ran out as I went up. And what happened is I just ended up, going through with it. And it gave me one of these jaggedy textures, which looks like the sun is beaming into the water. It ended up being so good. Oh, thank you for the gifts, guys. You are showering me with love. Oh my gosh, Nicole. Thank you, thank you. This is too much for my first life. So this entire book has 40 images like this, all sea turtles. So by the time I finish going through this, I will have learned how to use alcohol markers, and I'll have 40 images colored in, and hopefully I'll have 40 original drawings in there as well. I've skipped one already, like this. 40 original drawings and 40 colorings. Thank you. Thank you, Roxy. How do I decide what to draw? So it depends on a few things. If I use, say, these colors in here for today, let me give you an example. So you see this orange? If I use colors on a picture before, if I can open this cardstock. So you see this. If I use these colors in coloring, then I have to look for an image that will be best with these same colors. So what I do is I color in with, say here we have a purplish kind of violet and yellow and this. And what I do is I look for the same colors in the next drawing. So I try to find a drawing that will feature those colors. It's not easy, but I try to come up with that. I try to come up with an image that will use the colors that I used in the previous page, so I can get more practice with those same colors. And it has ended up working out a little bit. So you see this with the oranges and these pinks, and then I go into the oranges here. So that's just it. Right, Laura, thank you. Thank you so much, guys. And unfortunately, I'm calling it quits now. But hopefully, I'll be able to go live every once in a while. and hopefully I can keep up. But the major goal here is to learn how to use these alcohol markers. And I got the chisel ones. I got the 360 chisel fine print. I mean fine point, and I got the 46 days with a brush and fine. I sure will, Rory. Thank you. Thank you, Laura. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you for all the love that you've shown me. And I will definitely share next time I'm on. And hope to see you guys around. Thank you, Laura. Bye bye for now, guys. Bye.